Hey, it's Ryan with S&B. Today we're going to be doing an install video of our hot side intercooler pipe. This is going to fit the 2016 to 2022 trucks on this model, but we also have an option for the 11 to 15s and the 23 and ups. They're slightly different, but the install is all extremely similar. In the kit, you're going to get the actual aluminum pipe itself, super strong, FKM lined, 4-ply aramid reinforced boot here, and some hardware packs, all new T-bolt clamps, all stainless steel. So we're going to jump up. To get the factory pipe out, all we're going to need is 1 or 2 flathead screwdrivers. I'm going to do it with 1 today. We'll get this out of here and then show you how to get the S&B one installed. We're going to start by loosening the hose clamp on the intercooler side here. This is a 7 mil or a flathead. With that out, we're going to move over to the clip, and I'll show you kind of how this retainer system works to make it easier. So if you pry up on the top side, and we move the camera over, and I'll point with the screwdriver, there's a little plastic retainer down here. So we're looking for this piece to get basically slid to the top of this retainer. And then we'll go to the bottom side, and the game is to get both out, both the bottom and the top out at the same time. So 2 screwdrivers makes it really easy, or 1 if you're just patient. And I'll show you once they're both popped out, we can pull this off. There we go. That should be both. With both out, that comes off right there, and we can pull the boot off on this side, and the whole piece just comes out as a whole assembly. First step is going to be to get the provided O-ring out. I put a little bit of oil on this already, and then we're just going to feed it into the O-ring groove in the pipe here. And it will kind of snap into place. And then we can pull this off. We're going to start by installing the boot onto the intercooler with no clamps. So we'll do the clamps last. I'm going to jump up here and then we'll continue on. So we're just going to slide the new S&B boot onto the intercooler side, and then get our spring clamp. I have our hardware pack here. And this is going to go in, the square bent piece is going to go in the thinner slot. These are slightly wider. And then this kind of is optional. It makes it a little easier to remove it if you ever need to. Kind of mimics that factory system that allows the piece to clip out, pull up. It'll let you get the whole clip out with 1 finger, with 1 flathead screwdriver. So doesn't have to be installed, but you can install it if you want it. And then they're clicked into place. You can see the rings are retaining. So to do this install, we're going to lightly slide the intercooler pipe over the collar on the turbo using a flathead screwdriver. We're going to come down here to the boot and get it started. And you can just pull with your finger. You get it most of the way in here. And then it gets a little sharp, so I just use a flathead at the end. Push down, kind of run that around. Now it's in. And with that in, now we can push, clip it onto the turbo. You heard the clip there. We can slide the boot towards the intercooler a little bit. There's going to be a small gap here. It's not a problem. There's a huge flange. We just have a little extra to make the install easier. And now we can use an 11 millimeter. I'm going to pull these nuts off and break these clamps down just to make them easy to slide around the boot. So I've got the 2 springs nuts removed and put them in this pocket here. And then I've broken the clamps down, and I'm just going to run them this way with the nuts open. So go under, behind this battery, or I mean, yeah, battery cable bracket. And then slide this one down. I'll show you in a second what it looks like once it's all in place here. So we're just gonna break this clamp down. I've already got one in, but I'll show you. You just take the nut and the spring off here. And then I feed them around the cupboard to not scratch the metal tube. Underneath. There we go. Then we'll just route this between these battery cables right here, so it doesn't get into the coolant hose either. And this just needs to be, you'll feel the bead. You can kind of see the bead right here. As long as we're north of the bead, we're gonna be good to go. So we'll go spring, nylock nut. And on the bottom one, we'll do the same exact thing. Spring, and then grab our 11mm and get these tightened down. We're going to torque these down to 76 inch-pounds on each one. So I've already got this one done here. And this next one, that socket's not quite deep enough. And that one's good to go as well. So install's all wrapped up. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for your time.